Do you know what a Libra will never forgive? Even if they still love you. They might smile, act calm, even tell you that everything's fine. But deep inside, their heart keeps a quiet record of every wound that wasn't healed with honesty. Libras are known as the peacemakers of the zodiac, gentle, diplomatic, always searching for harmony. They hate conflict. They'd rather suffer in silence than argue with someone they love. But here's the truth most people miss. When you betray a Libra's trust, you don't just break their heart, you shatter their sense of balance, and that's something they can't easily rebuild.
In today's video, we'll explore the hidden side of Libra's forgiveness, why they say it's okay but never truly forget, and the 5 things they simply cannot forgive, no matter how much love remains. So, take a deep breath, and let's step into the mind and heart of Libra. Libras are ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony. That's why they crave peace in every corner of their lives, in relationships, friendships, even in the way they talk and dress. They want everything to feel balanced. To them, love is not just passion, it's fairness. It's about giving and receiving in equal measure. When Libra gives you their heart, they also give you their trust, their time, their effort to understand you. They listen, they care, they forgive small mistakes because they believe people deserve second chances. But here's the paradox. Libras forgive too much until the balance tips. When they feel that the scale is no longer equal, that they're the only one trying, something inside them quietly breaks. They won't shout, they won't start a fight, they'll just distance themselves with that calm, beautiful smile
for
that
Libra
hides 1,000
isn't
thoughts.
a simple, I forgive you. It's a process of rebalancing their heart. If the hurt was too deep, they might say it's fine, while secretly rebuilding a wall between you and their emotions. And once that wall is up, it's nearly impossible to climb again. Libra doesn't hold grudges. They hold memories. They don't seek revenge. They seek understanding. But once you make them feel unseen, unheard, or unloved, that's when forgiveness turns into quiet goodbye.
Trust is everything to a Libra. It's not just about loyalty, it's about emotional safety. When Libra lets someone into their world, they open up a side they rarely show. Their vulnerability, their softness, their fears. So when that trust is broken, whether through lies, secrets, or emotional manipulation, it cuts deep. Libras might forgive the mistake, but they'll never see you the same again. The next time you say, I love you, they'll hear the echo of the lie behind it. They don't explode or get revenge. Instead, they pull back silently. And once that emotional door closes, it rarely opens again. Because for Libra, betrayal doesn't just break the bond, it breaks the balance of their heart.
Libras believe in kindness. They believe words have energy. So when someone uses words to hurt, humiliate, or belittle them, that pain lingers far longer than most realize. You can argue, disagree, even get angry. They can handle that. But when you talk to them with disrespect, it's different. It tells them you no longer value them as an equal. And for Libra, equality is sacred. They may smile and pretend it's fine, but those cruel words replay in their mind for weeks. They'll forgive you out loud, don't worry, it's okay. But deep down, they start protecting themselves from ever hearing that tone again. Because once you've shown them you can be cruel, they'll never fully trust your kindness.
Libras are social beings, graceful, diplomatic, and deeply aware of how they're perceived. They don't crave attention, but they do crave respect. So if someone embarrasses them in front of others, mocks them, exposes private matters, or makes them feel small in public, that's something they'll never forget. To them, love means protection. And when the person who should protect them becomes the source of their shame, it's a wound that runs deep. Even if they forgive you later, something changes in the way they look at you. The sparkle of trust fades, and they'll quietly start guarding their image again, because you reminded them that even love can turn into humiliation if placed in the wrong hands. Libras give a lot. Their time, their affection, their patience. They'll listen to your problems, celebrate your wins, and always make sure you're okay. But what most people forget is that Libras need that same energy back. When their kindness becomes expected instead of appreciated, they start to feel invisible. And once they realize they're being taken for granted, they begin to emotionally withdraw. Slowly, gracefully, without a fight. You won't even notice it at first. They'll still smile, still help, still show up. But the warmth behind their actions will fade. Because for Libra, love is an exchange, not a sacrifice. And once they feel like they're the only one giving, the balance breaks, and forgiveness becomes impossible. Libras don't set many boundaries, at least not at first. They want to be easygoing, agreeable, and open-minded. But once they do set one, it means it's important. If someone keeps crossing those lines, checking their phone, ignoring their no, or pushing them to do things they're uncomfortable with, Libra's inner peace starts to crumble. They might not fight back immediately, but inside, they're building distance. They believe love should never come with pressure. So when someone disrespects their boundaries again and again, Libra interprets it as a lack of love, not just lack of respect. And here's the heartbreaking truth. Once a Libra finally walks away, they won't come back. Not because they stopped loving you, but because they've realized that peace without you feels better than chaos with you. Each of these 5 wounds, betrayal, disrespect, humiliation, neglect, and boundary crossing, leaves a scar on Libra's heart that time alone can't erase. They may smile, forgive, and move on, but deep down, they remember. Because for Libra, love is sacred, and once the balance of love and respect is lost, they'll never risk tipping the scale again. Healing, for Libra, doesn't happen overnight. They don't simply get over things. They process them. In silence, in reflection, in long nights where they replay conversations and ask themselves what went wrong. At first, Libra tries to understand everything. They analyze every word, every action, every sign they might have missed. They want to believe that it wasn't as bad as it felt, that maybe the person didn't mean to hurt them. Because forgiveness is their natural instinct. They want to forgive. But eventually, something shifts. There comes a quiet moment, usually when they're alone, when Libra realizes that peace doesn't come from understanding why someone hurt them. It comes from deciding that they no longer need to carry that pain. That's when healing begins. They start doing the small things that make them feel like themselves again. Decorating their room, listening to soft music, spending time in beautiful spaces, surrounding themselves with calm and kindness. Because for Libra, beauty isn't superficial, it's emotional medicine. Every candle they light, every journal page they fill, every deep breath they take is part of rebuilding their balance. They might still miss the person, they might still care, but they learn to separate love from pain, to understand that missing someone doesn't mean you have to return to them. And when they finally move on, they do it gracefully. No anger, no drama, no bitterness, just quiet acceptance. Because Libra doesn't seek revenge, they seek closure. They forgive for their own peace, not for yours. And the most beautiful part, when they heal, they become even softer, but stronger. They learn to love with more awareness, to set boundaries earlier, to protect their peace fiercely. So if a Libra has ever walked away from you, know this. It wasn't because they stopped caring. It's because they chose themselves. And for a Libra, that's the purest form of love there is. And when they finally move on, they do it gracefully. No anger, no drama, no bitterness. Just quiet acceptance. Because Libra doesn't seek revenge. They seek closure. They forgive for their own peace, not for yours. And the most beautiful part, when they heal, they become even softer, but stronger. They learn to love with more awareness, to set boundaries earlier, to protect their peace fiercely. So if a Libra has ever walked away from you, know this. It wasn't because they stopped caring. It's because they chose themselves. And for a Libra, that's the purest form of love there is.